Alright, so hey guys, welcome to another trade review. Today we'll make it a short and sweet one. I'll try my best. Alright, so we're going to be looking at 24th of September. As you can see now, the date is 3rd of July 2026. So yeah, I'm really far behind for my trade review. But you know what? Not rushing anything. And I just do this trade review so I look back at my trades and stuff. Alright, so this is okay, so this is for this week 22nd is 26. So today we'll be looking at 24th. 23rd, I also did something, but later. Okay, so 24th, we got orange news. So this week is quite happening. Right, so Monday, we already did it, right? Okay, it's going to be Wednesday. Okay, so high resistance, tough session. Okay, so anyway, let's look at this economic calendar first. So by looking at this economic calendar, we can see Tuesday would be a okay day to trade. Tuesday maybe. Because we got PMI, but I don't like it when there's Fed Powell speaks. Okay, this in my experience, the trading is always the time is always very shitty to trade when it's this one. Alright. Okay. And next we will look at so orange news, not bad. Okay, but actually Thursday would be a quite okay day to trade also. We got quite happening news also. And Friday also will be alright. Okay, Friday also same 8:30 rate news like 10 o'clock. So generally for this week, like let's say for Thursday and Friday, what we're gonna expect is, let's say if you are bullish, I'm gonna expect 8:30 news to go against. That means to trade lower to clear sell side. That's what we're gonna expect for the 8:30 news to happen. And then this 10 o'clock is just orange news, not much of injection of liquidity, but it is still okay to trade. Alright, so Thursday and Friday will be a nicer day to trade. Tuesday, not very nice. I know we got PMI here, but we also got Fed Chairman speaks here, so it's not nice. So for this week, actually looking at this week, I won't even trade Monday, but I did trade Monday here, right? Yeah, but I did trade Monday, right? So that explains why Monday is a bad day to trade. Because look at the whole week, it's so happening. So I did trade Monday, I did the trade review already. So now this explains. This now the me at 3rd of July 2026, looking back at this, I won't touch Monday. Alright. Anyway, I already looked into my trade review. Now we can just go in to the trade. Okay. So first of all, we are in the 1 hour chart. We can see very nice relative equal highs here. Okay, we can see very nice relative equal highs here. And basically, yeah, very nice highs here, which is a previous day high also. And this is, and then here we got the CB. Here is basically a balanced price range. Okay, what I'm seeing here. Here to here is a balanced price range. And this yellow line, we got the new week opening gap also. 21st of September new week opening gap, a bit clumpy. But yeah, what I can see, what I want to see right now is that how is price going to trade above this balanced price range. You definitely want to see bodies close above, then this will act as order block again and aim for the buy side. So this is what I'm aiming now. Looking at this 1 hour chart, I'm bullish. Okay, I pull out this dealing range. Okay, implied dealing range from here to here. We are in a discount right now. So where did I pull the implied dealing range? From here to here. Okay, because I'm aiming for this, so this is an implied dealing range. Okay, pull here, this is the midpoint level, This is the equilibrium level. We are in discount right now. So this lower portion this year, I'm looking to see it act as a reclaim BC. All right. Okay, so this is the real new week opening gap, which is the new opening range gap of Friday to Monday. And we can see that we're supporting it nicely. I will look at these wicks here also. Anyway, I'm bullish. So it's relative equal highs plus previous day high as well. Oh, why is my face here? Let's skip all this. Okay, so this is the weekly chart. So weekly chart, what we can see. Look at my face here, guys. Okay, so weekly chart. This is a weekly chart. Okay, what we can see is we traded above the previous week high. Now we are trading below it. Okay, and here's the previous week close. And what I will also do is I will also measure out the quadrants here: midpoint, upper quadrant, lower quadrant. Okay, I will also measure it all out right here, because it will act as levels, and now actually we are getting close to the midpoint of it. So definitely we're going to see how price reacts at the midpoint of this week, because remember, when it's a stubby week, we don't act like this long week. Okay, when it's a long week, okay, we just trade above, go and fly. Okay, but if it's a stubby week like that, usually what will happen is we'll have more retracement. That means you're gonna come here, hover a while, a few times, bam. Alright, so this is the difference between a long week and a stubby week, because weeks are basically fair value gap. So long week basically means displacement, and displacement basically means a nice fair value gap. Alright, whereas stubby week is just a small fair value gap. Okay, so now this is the daily chart here, and okay, this is the daily chart here. We can see I draw the previous day high. This is the previous week high. This is the previous week close. And we can see we are actually getting real close to the previous week high. And here, these weeks, I will definitely measure this one up here. Okay, get the midpoint up, get the upper quadrant, get the lower quadrant. Okay, right now we are eyeballing it at the upper quadrant. Here, and if you can see, I dropped this week, this discount week, and look at that. We literally trade at the we trade at the upper quadrant and rejected higher. So right now on daily chart, everything is looking bullish to me. All right. Let me charge this in case no battery later. Okay. Okay, let's go. Okay. Now looking back at the daily chart. So just now that is the other chart. So basically in those chart in my another monitor, I will have the daily chart and it's be more cleaner. It's just the daily stuff, high time frame stuff. Then I have this chart, which this chart it will be more the messy one. You know, I draw all the new week opening gaps, new day opening gaps, everything lah. Okay, so now 15-minute chart. So 15-minute chart, what we can see is we got a new week opening gap here. We got a previous week close here as well. Okay. So previous week close coincide with a new week opening gap. And we got a displacement fair value gap here, CB. But we closed above it. And it feels like we are slowly getting above, had a displacement in BC here. Okay. But we don't have a market structure shift. Right, so we want to wait for the market structure shift. Oh, until here we have a market structure shift. All right, so now once we have a market structure shift, only I will consider. That means after this, that means all this here I'm not going to enter, not here. No, 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 until when we get that market structure shift, which is here. Okay, then when as price trade down into this fair value gap, I will look to buy inside here. I'm not looking at this fair value gap. Why? Because this fair value gap is very tiny. This is the bigger one, so I'll look at that. And because this portion also coincide with the inversion fair value gap here, Okay, so this portion coincides the inversion fair value gap here, and this is the real new opening gap high. So if you are seasoned enough, I can expect to get that as entry also. But you can see here we failed to touch it. We went like so close to it, but we didn't touch it. So all these are sign of firmness. Okay, so basically as price come down into this fair value gap here, after we got the microstructure shift, when we come down here, okay, and it's 9 o'clock. So basically here, 9 o'clock, something like that. Here is the first entry. All right, remember time then price. Wait for the time to move. Okay, so here is gonna be the first entry, 9 o'clock, hypothetically. But I'll wait until 9:30 usually to get that first presented fair value gap out. And now this one, let's see. Okay, so now we're just chilling, we're just waiting. Remember time is always important. Wait for 9:30. Okay, so this is the daily chart. Nothing much just now, I did say. Here we are literally trading at the CE of it right now, and it's reasonable to expect rejection there. Okay, this is the 15-minute chart, and you can see where we are at here. We got that upper quadrant here, which is right here. Traded up, very sloppy up there, then had a CB, and right now we close above it, and right now we have market structure shift here. So right now I'm looking price enter here, we can go long at this CB. All right, because we killed some minor sell side also. I will see Nasdaq now. Do we have any SMTs here? C dollar, is dollars pulling lower? All these kind of things we'll be looking at. Okay, so I draw the implied dealing range, and you can see we are in the discount level here. Can you see? We are in the discount. We are just right inside the discount level. So everything here is where I can build up my position right now. Okay, 10 a.m. we are having news, so definitely wait until the news first. Don't enter the trade before news. Okay, I'll wait until 10 o'clock. So since it's medium news, all I'm gonna expect is these London lows to be cleared, then the AM higher. Okay, so yeah, that's what we're gonna expect. Alright. But actually now looking at this, it may not happen. Whatever is it, we wait for the 10 a.m. news to come out first. Alright. Let's speed it up a bit. Okay, so we are close to 10 a.m. and we literally spool down lower, cleared that sell sign, and that's the reason why I don't trade before news. I always trade after news. I don't care what kind of news. Okay. Medium news, high impact news, I'll trade after news. Look at that. We literally came down, stop dead at this real new week opening gap low. Beautiful. 6712.5. 6712.5. Okay, so 6712.5 is the daily upper quadrant wick. Alright, and now we are trading at the old first presented fair value gap. Look at the rejection here. Look at the bodies here, guys. Bodies respecting the midpoint of it, the C of it, and rejected away from the low of the real new opening gap. These are all bullish signs that I can expect a reversal right now. But now, 5-minute chart, we have this CB. So definitely, I want to have a look at how price is going to trade through in this CB. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have a look at how price is going to trade through in this CB. So I'm going to be patient. If here we have a displacement, definitely I can go in there first. Okay, but I want to see how price trade inside this CB at the midpoint there. Do we displace above it? If we displace above it, then we can move easily. But if I see it spoof inside and just reject lower that, then I won't be comfortable with the trade. So right now, I'll prefer to sit still on my hands and wait for the 10 o'clock news. Okay, and we have the new opening range gap. You can see we literally open a premium new opening range gap, and then we are trading low. We closed it up and we displaced lower. So now looking at this, right, it is high likely to be more bearish than bullish. And this is the first presented fair value gap. No, I will choose this as the first presented fair value gap. Okay, guys, because displacement is what matters the most. Okay, so I'm going to choose this as my first presented fair value gap. If here has a volume balance, I take the whole full thing. If it's not, then I'll take here. Okay, because right here is a bit blurry, so I don't know whether it's a volume balance or not, but it doesn't matter right now. I say here is the first presented fair value gap. No, here is not the first presented fair value gap. My first presented fair value gap is going to be here. Okay, it's going to be this one. And right now it seems that we open a premium new opening range gap, but we closed it up nice and sloppy a little bit, but we closed it up. We had a displacement during 9:45 like that, so we literally have a displacement in this. So I'm going to expect 10 a.m. news to literally continue where it's going, which is lower. Okay, so this is displacement fair value gap. First presented fair value gap is only this one, so I'm going to see. Okay, because right now I don't draw it, so what we're going to see is the London lows, and I'm going to have a note on it as well. Okay, so I'm going to just write it down. Okay, so 6715.5, this is going to be the high of the first presented fair value gap. So I'm going to just note this, so going forward, seeing the chart, I still can see it, I still know where is it. Okay, and the low of it is going to be roughly this one, 6713.5, lower a bit, maybe 6713. Okay, so I write it here. Okay, so basically every time I do my trade review, it's like I'm just looking back at the chart fresh, and it's like a session for me like that also. Okay, and I can see what mistakes I done and stuff. Okay, so this is not the first presented fair value gap. Okay, I know I used it as first presented fair value gap, but now I won't. Okay, I won't use it as first presented fair value gap. Okay, but it coincides with the previous week close, right? This is the one I'm looking at, because this is a displacement. Okay, so I want to see, is it alright, since the candles on here, let's look at the close. Close comes at 6711.5, then you'll see the open on next candle. Okay, and this fair value gap forms at 950, so we are in the 950 macro. Just pop the next candle. Okay, the next candle, the open 950 comes at 6711.5. Okay, so we don't have a volume imbalance. The close of this candle is 6711.5, the open on this candle is 6711.5. So the first presented fair value gap, guys, is right here. Okay, all right, let's let it go away first. Let my cursor move away first. Am I dozing off here now? Probably. Okay, so the first presented fair value gap is this one. So guys, just be patient. We cleared the London lows. We displacement have a fair value gap here. We were consolidating here. Very nice and sloppy. So this is a breakaway gap. And right now what I'm seeing is this right here is the daily upper quadrant wick. Okay, so we may see rejection off here. And right now what I'm seeing also is this wicks here. I'm going to measure it. Okay, I'm going to measure it. Where's the midpoint of it? Midpoint of it is probably here, coinciding with this. So if price is going to just stop dead end here and displace lower, because right now what I'm expecting, we are going to go more lower than this. All right, we're going to aim the sell side here, go more lower than that also. Okay, so that's what I'm expecting. So basically what we can see right now is this. Here is the first presented fair value gap. But if price reject from here and displace away from here, this I'm going to see it as an order block. Okay, because this one coincide with the first presented fair value gap here. Okay, and this candle is also the one that step into the Monday 2 a.m. BC. Okay, because 2 a.m. 2 a.m. to 2:30, that is an important range also. So this candle here, step inside here, respected this CE wick, respected the daily upper quadrant wick. So this right here, if we trade through and rejects here, I'm going to see as a bearish order block to continue lower. Okay, And that also means firmness because we didn't even trade back into the first presented fair value gap. So now just be patient. Now I'm only waiting for two things. Either displacement, then only I will consider entering the trade. Okay? Or either we trade back into the first presented fair value gap, I'm going to take the short there. Regarding that also, I want to see whether Nasdaq is also going lower, dollar is going higher, then that would be the best scenario for this trade. But regardless of regardless of anything, if price trades up into it here, I'm gonna enter short also because we cleared the London lows. This is a displacement, so I'm gonna see any higher day levels. At the moment, I am eyeballing. I'm looking at this. At the moment, I'm looking at this sell side here. Okay, I'm looking at this as a potential sell side. Low, higher low, this very high probability sell side. Because if we were to trade to the up lower quadrant, we might as well go down and clear this sell side. So this is what I'm thinking right now. But see how we rejected off this new week opening gap low. So that is something that we want to see. So basically, if we're going to go lower, I'm going to do fulcrum point here to here and see how much level, -1 level do we get. Okay, fulcrum point. Okay, so we are at the upper quadrant of the daily wick. Okay, seems like we are supporting above it. As long as we support above it, I'm gonna expect price to come up here. If it doesn't, then we're gonna trade lower. Right now, okay, look at this rejection here at the daily C wick. The rejection here tells me that stay sidelines, do nothing now, wait for here, wait for a premium. If we can come up here, then it's good. You can see sell side, sell side, sell side, so many sell side here. Okay, and the fact is that if we were bullish, if we were really firmly bullish, we wouldn't have opened at a premium new opening gap, close all the way down, displaced lower here. So right now what it's telling me is all bearish. Okay, nice, nice. Okay, then there we go. Here is the midpoint of the real new opening gap. Bam, 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 up here. I'm gonna enter short here. Okay, I'm gonna enter short here and I'm gonna see got any higher time frame daily levels that can go in. Okay, so let's see what's the price just now. Bam, 6713.25. Here 6713.75. Here I'm gonna smash that short. Okay, let's say if I never manage to enter the short here, I'm gonna wait. Put a limit order here. If you reach up there one more time. Okay, wait. Guys, I saw something. Okay, dollar has a fair value gap here. Alright, so dollar is looking firm to the upside. We are pretty in symmetry with S&P, but look at Nasdaq. Nasdaq is rather ugly. Nasdaq is really ugly today. So not much symmetry with Nasdaq, but we have symmetry with dollar. Okay, we have the symmetry with dollar. Dollar made a high, it made a higher high here, but S&P failed to make a lower low. Okay, so dollar is basically pretty strong stance right now to the upside. So I want to see S&P after trading here, trade down here. Okay, so right now, and for Nasdaq, I hope it doesn't spool higher. Okay, it can consolidate, and I want to see go lower. I don't want to see it spool higher. Okay, dollar, Euro USD is looking bearish, so it's good. Looking at this fair value gap here. Okay, this is the 15-minute chart. Might want to come up here, then only reject lower. Dollar feels like you might want to come down here also. Okay, then reject higher. So seeing this, what you can tell me is just now seeing forex, that can tell me that okay, be patient, wait and see. Okay, so here, am I stop out yet? No, because my stop loss is gonna place above here. Okay, but basically seeing how forex may have a retracement and dollar may have a retracement, that is what will tell me now. Okay, stay back first, wait for more confirmations. So now what I want to see is I want to see price close below here. So the fact that it literally traded up here all the way up here, touch the new week opening gap, touch the new day opening gap. Okay, this tells me that, and we close above the fair value gap. This tells me that okay, you got to stay sidelines, don't do anything first. And if we were, and right now, if we were to continue higher, because look at here, we rejected away from the real new week opening gap low, and then from the first presented fair value gap here also, and then at the upper quadrant of the real new week opening gap also, this one here, and now we close above this CB also. So right now I want to see if price trade lower here, do we hold support? If we hold support here, then I'm gonna start just finding one fair value gap and entering at there. All right, because right now we rejected at the new week opening gap here, so I'm still seeing. Because remember, on the daily chart, what's obvious is that daily previous day highs, the relative equal highs, right? So still looking, still looking. Okay, so here I entered at this fair value gap, stop loss put here, which is alright. Okay, this trade is okay because based on the rejection at the new opening gap here, rejection at the first presented fair value gap here. Okay, but I don't like how we traded here and we close below the new day opening gap. This is what I don't like. All right, so well, this trade here is not really that high probability, but we'll still see. Okay, so now I'm at the 15-minute chart. So you can see 15-minute chart, we cleared the lows aggressively, and now we're looking at these highs. The highs here is still really intact though, but based on what we see on the RTH, how we open premium and displacement below, everything is still really blurry to me right now. And here 15-minute, we got a CB here, but so here can be the area, the first area to reach for. Okay, so it comes at 6718.25. I'll remember that. Okay, so 15-minute chart also, we can see it cleared some sell side here, traded up, buy side cleared, but then created relative equal highs. Now it bam smashed low. We clear all the sell side already. So right now it's basically more better to aim for bullish trades. Okay, bullish trades. Okay, but now look at that order block, beautiful support reaction here. Okay, so I want to see dollar go lower. If as per what we see on the forex chart and the dollar chart, retracement expected, so there's retracement can, retracement lower in dollar can help me boost up S&P and Nasdaq. Okay, I'm still bullish though. Okay, this reaction here not good, not very nice. I want to see, yes, body closing back inside it. Bodies tell stories, guys. Look at the bodies here. Bodies is still inside to the freaking tick. Beautiful. And if you measure these wicks, you will get it also. So right now what I'm gonna do is let's pull a fulcrum point here to here. Okay, slingshot, see how far can it go. See -1 level, where is it? -0.25 level, where is it? Dollar going higher, not really nice. Okay, support, I'm still expecting support. As long as we stay in these bodies, our stop loss is safe. If we close above the bodies, if we close below the bodies, I'm just gonna manually close the trade. Okay, so seeing the daily chart, what I'm seeing is now this C week. Okay, 6708.75. Okay, so 6708.75 E 6. Okay, that's all I need right now. As long as we hold support here, we're gonna reach higher here. But right now, where do it feels like more likely to reach? Here is like so far away, but here is so much more closer. Here is so much more closer. So we might really trade lower here to the previous day low. Okay, so this one maybe, I don't know what should I put. Maybe 6703 or 6702. Oh, I'm smart. Let's just minus this. So 6708. Here the points is 3.5. So this one minus 3.5, 6702.75. Okay, so 6702.75 previous day low. Okay. So right now, gun to my head, we are maybe going lower because look at this 5-minute chart. We respected in this CB. Bodies tell stories. High time frame is always parent to low time frame. So if high time frame hold resistance here, that means low time frame you got to be careful already. Okay, but look how we rejected here now at the moment. Support at the daily C week, bodies is still there, and here is the real new week opening gap, all the rejections here. So we are still pinballing right here. Nothing really obvious that tells me that I'm confident on one direction. Okay, we did color outside the lines a bit close above it, but that doesn't tell much. Okay, so we are back on 1-minute chart. Okay, this at the moment bodies is still respecting it, which is good. And we got SMT here also. Now as long as dollar don't spool higher, we are okay. But look at this SMT. This SMT form with Nasdaq body staying below the reclaimed BC, whereas S&P is staying above and inside the reclaimed BC. So this here is a little bit concerning. Okay, when Dow is also higher. So now as long as dollar don't spool higher, I will still stick to the trade. Okay, dollar can just consolidate here like that. I don't want it to displace higher, then that would be bad for my trade already. Okay, dollar is doing pretty okay. Okay, right now S&P is still keeping the higher low. Sorry, S&P is like basically trying to say that yes, I'm still firm. I'm staying here. I'm staying there. Okay, that's what it's saying. Okay, S&P doing nicely. Okay, the rejection here not that nice, but now we're still thinking S&P still holding. As long as S&P still close inside this BC, our trade is considered still safe. Okay, feels like the reaction that I'm getting is pretty okay. Okay, it's still rejecting off every time it hits the low here. But I don't like how many times it's doing so because of Nasdaq. Nasdaq is causing the high resistance. Okay, dollar is starting to go higher. Now, S&P and Nasdaq, I want to see Nasdaq don't reject that. If Nasdaq rejects away from this BC, the trade is more concerning because dollar is started pulling higher. We will see if dollar continues pulling higher. If dollar continues pulling higher and Nasdaq rejected off the reclaimed BC right here, what am I going to do? I'm going to shift my stop loss to here. Because right now, I'm going to minimize the stop loss. Make it 2 points. Because the environment that we're in is not good. So I want to reduce my risk. Okay, because S&P may still go higher. And right now, I'm going to expect S&P to like displace higher a bit. Because if you want to stay strong, you don't want to follow with Nasdaq, you don't want to follow a dollar, you got to show me, bam, that you want to do it. Okay, see Nasdaq. Oh, yeah. Okay, see Nasdaq here. This candle, if it rejects lower like this, not good. Okay, yeah, that's what I want to see. What am I doing? Okay, that's what I want to see, guys. Okay, this here, okay, we're forming a volume balance. Okay, Nasdaq doing so, want to see close above this BC, then everything is in symmetry. Okay, now I want to see its support here. Dollar is going lower also, so good. Good. Okay, see how we rejected off the CE of this, guys. We rejected off the midpoint of the real new week opening gap. Okay, yeah, you gotta remember the levels, okay? Let's see, does it displace away from that? Okay, we're coming back down. We're coming back down here. I want to see its support. Here got volume balance. Nasdaq, I want to see close above it, don't close below it. Okay, very good. Good. Okay, Nasdaq forming a higher high when S&P didn't. That is good sign. Okay, that means Nasdaq is. Alright, now I want to see us close above this first presented fair value gap. Remember our first presented fair value gap, okay? Our first presented fair value gap. We are trading at our first presented fair value gap now. I want to see close above. If it close above, we're going to smash higher. If we close inside it, we're not going to do it. Okay, right now my stop loss, I'm going to trade it here. Okay, just a 2 point stop loss. Around 6711 or something. Or 1 point. Okay, no, I don't like this rejection here. Because you see, we rejected at the same new week opening gap again. That's not what I want to see. I want to close above. Very nice. So right now at the 15-minute CB is where my first partial is going to be. So where it can be higher in the 15-minute CB. Can you see a wicks here? You can measure the C wick so I can squeeze out a bit more. Put it higher here. And this is the fulcrum point also. Okay. From here measure down to somewhere. 0.25 level. So we can get it there also. Get it a bit higher. Okay. Nope. Don't like this. Okay, so now if we trade above the new high, going to run down equity. Stop loss is already shifted here. Now my stop loss, I'm going to shift it here. Okay, right below this fair value gap because I don't want price to come back here. If it come back here, means we're going to go lower. And you see that the fact that we closed above this, I want to see support here. Right now, this is order block. Okay, or this is propulsion block because this is order block. This is order block here, propulsion block. I want to see it stay above this midpoint. Maximum here, bam, go higher. Okay, beautiful. Good. Here is where I shift my stop. So right now, guys, the trade is minimize the risk, very tiny risk already. Don't want to see rejection. Here, buy side engineered. Dollars pulling higher. We don't care. Okay. No, rejection again. This is, guys, this is already pretty alarming here. Okay. Okay, dollar is pulling higher right now. Means what? You got right now. What I'm gonna expect is it has to move now or never, and I'm gonna shift my stop loss to where? I'm gonna shift my stop to break even because dollar is pulling higher. I'm gonna shift my stop loss to here, break even here. Okay, because now it's either now or never. You better spool up there into the 15-minute CB. If not, no. Okay, so now this is my thinking. My stop loss going to be at break even because dollar is pulling higher already. I just want to see one candle up there like that. Because the dollar is pulling higher, that's not what we want to see, right? Whatever is it, everything just trade based on the price action. Don't need to feel this, don't need to feel that. Okay, Nasdaq losing it already. This volume imbalance is really the last line. Okay, okay. Nasdaq $8 looks like going lower. Okay, no problem. S&P is basically still saying I am strong. Okay, I am strong. My stop loss is at break even now. I'm not gonna leave it here. It's at break even now. Right here, below the volume imbalance. It has to make this new high. Dollar is pulling lower. S&P, come on. S&P is still staying firm. Let's not care about Nasdaq. Nasdaq is like doing its own thing. My stop loss is still safe. My stop, okay, here I'll get stopped out already. So be it, done. Okay. So here I'll get stopped out already, and now we will see whether price gonna reach higher for the target or not. Very choppy, very high resistance. Okay, we are trading back at the silver bullet here. Now dollar is pulling lower. I want to see it reach higher. Yes, now it needs to pump higher. My stop loss now, okay, let's say if I never shift the stop loss, now I'm going to shift it to this swing low. It cannot come down now. Dollar is pulling lower, everything is good. I'm gonna expect displacement to upside. Nasdaq is making it. Nasdaq is the one that's causing a high resistance. Okay. Anyway, S&P is still having a very bullish stance. Expect it to go higher. Come on, S&P. Good. Because dollar is going lower literally. Okay. Now yes, big candle some more. Ready at 10:30. Continue. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we run down equity and bam, there we go. So I got out at the CE wick. I decided to get out at the CE wick here because here rejection. So I decided to get out at here because it may reject again like what you see now. And I'm gonna endorse some more. So I don't wanna endure it. Okay. Okay, we start spooling lower now. Looks like we're gonna go lower now. Okay, so now we failed to trade into that 15-minute CB which we were so close to. So right now we form a fair value gap here. We've rejected off this CE wick here and the new wick opening gap staying bodies here. So right now if you trade here, I'm gonna go short. Short, just aiming for the low of the new wick opening gap. Okay. So let's say right here 6712. I'm gonna aim for 6706. Just 6 points, just a small scalp and I'll be done for today. Okay, damn. Here I'm gonna go short. Okay. Here I'm gonna go short, stop loss, gonna place above here. Okay, I go short 6712, stop loss place at 6716, so 4 points. I'm gonna expect lower prices. Okay, because of the rejection that we see, this is just a small scalp, just a minor scalp. Okay, rejection here, new opening gap holding bodies. That's why I'm expecting lower prices. Just to here, just to the new opening gap low here. And because look at 5-minute holding the bodies, guys, high time frame is parent to low time frame. Terminus here. Before I reach here, I'm gonna aim for CE wick also can. Okay. Bearish, we are bearish. So right now it's really high resistance. The trade is going against what I'm doing. We may come back up to here, to the new opening gap. Okay, here I get stopped out again. Alright guys, so that's it. So we're trading higher. This time reach for the 15-minute VC. Okay, so we traded through the silver bullet entry, which I would have got stopped out. But if let's say I keep the stop loss at here, I wouldn't get stopped out. Here is very safe stop loss. But you have to endure all this. Yick. Ugly. I rather not. Okay. Then later, reach up here. This is the target. 15-minute PC. 15-minute CV. Okay. Almost there. Bam. There we go. Traded into the 15-minute CV. And that's basically it for today. Okay. Done. Alright guys. So basically that's it for today's trade review. And I know for beginners that come to my trade review, right, you may feel like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because I've been studying ICT for more than 3 years and like crazy study. So everything, like you will see, like I am narrating every single candle. And it's because I know and I see every single candlestick is telling a story to me. So if you're a beginner, this is just me doing my trade reviews and documenting the trade. Okay, so that is the sole purpose of it. There's no educational purpose. You can't really learn anything here basically. But if you want to see what is going through my mind when I do a trade review, then that is it. Okay.